Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. You are welcome to day three of Skill Upgrade 2.0. You are welcome to day three of Skill Upgrade 2.0. I'm sure we are all ready for tonight's session. It's going to be an awesome time. You're welcome, you're welcome. So if you can hear me, if you can see me, just let me know in the comment section. If you can hear me, if you can see me, let me know in the comment section. Our speaker is ready to give us load of value. Is ready. So let me know if you are ready. Let me know if you are ready for tonight's session. Good evening. Okay. I'm just waiting for a few people to join. So yesterday day two was yesterday, and Mr. Judah DME spoke about leadership skills, and he taught us how we can live effectively and become lead effectively and become an agent of positive change. And he shared different ideas on how we can achieve that. And the video is live, it's available, the replay is available, so you can always go and go through it, listen, and find ways to apply it to your life. Because beyond everything you'll be gaining, beyond everything you are gaining, the knowledge you have been acquiring, the most important thing is for you to apply it. That's the most important thing. The most important thing is for you to apply it. So if you can hear me, if you can see me, just let me know in the comment section that you can do. You can see me, you can hear me, so we can get started immediately. Our speaker is in the is with us here. It's just we are just uh wait for a response in the comment section. So just know so I can invite him. Okay, great. Good evening, Abisola. So that's great. That's great. That's great. So today we'll be talking about today is day three of Skill Upgrade 2.0, and today we'll be talking about digital skills. You'll be learning how you can prepare for the future of work in the digital economy. How you can prepare for the future of work in the digital economy. And I'm sure you know that things are changing. Different new ways of doing things is arising, and sometimes it can be overwhelming sometimes. And the funny thing is that beyond what's happening now, more things is going to happen. And the future of work just talk about how things are evolving, how work is evolving, what is going to happen. As young people, we can't just be stranded or confused in the grand scheme of things. We need to be prepared for what is going to happen. And it's important we learn digital skills. Great. God, you said you can hear me. It's important we learn those digital skills so we can prepare, because if you are not prepared, you can become a liability. Yeah. So you need to be prepared. And this evening, Give Best Junior will be sharing ideas on how we can be fully prepared in this digital economy. So great. So I'll be reading his bio now, and I'll be bringing him live to speak to us. Oh, okay. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening.
Great, you are welcome. We are glad to have you this evening speak to us. And it's a privilege I do not take for granted. So thank you very much for coming on board this evening. I really appreciate it, sir.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for the privilege of having me here on this platform and sharing your platform with me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the privilege of
Yeah,
access. Thank you so
thank you very much. So very quickly, I'll be reading the profile of Give Best Junior. I know we've posted it on the group already, but I'll just be reading it again just to reiterate it. And Give Best Junior is an entrepreneur, a tech consultant, a business coach, a brand strategist, a new media consultant, and a personal development expert. He's a consultant to over 20 thriving businesses and brands, and has helped hundreds of businesses achieve clarity, relevance, and profitability. He is the COO of Fast Tech Innovation Hub, the lead creative at Own Your Brand Inc., and lead facilitator at Dinner Sessions with Gift Best Junior. Gift speaks, writes, and inspires generations through speaking engagements, online platforms, workshops, webinars, inner sessions, and courses. He is an authority in brand strategy, social media strategy, business startup, and personal development. Its webinars and content has helped countless individuals, entrepreneurs, startups, and top organizations to position for global dominance. And this evening we'll be having you can see how loaded his bio is. Like he has done a lot. So it's not just coming to talk from just knowledge, it's coming to talk from experience. So I want you to let me know in the comment section if you are ready to gain value this evening. If you are ready to gain value, just put the fire emoji in the comment section. If you are ready to gain value this evening, I've read his profile myself. I'm inspired already. I'm inspired, and I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot. He's smiling. Yes, I'm going to learn a lot this evening. I'm going to learn a lot this evening. So let me just put your fire emoji if you are ready to hear from him. If I don't see any fire emoji, he's not speaking tonight too. So I must see it. It shows you are ready. Let me know you are ready for tonight's session. Great, great, great. I can see we are ready. Oyibo, Moses, I can see you are ready. So, Mr. Gift Junior, you can just take the floor. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Mother.
Okay, I can't hear you. Something's wrong. So something's wrong. They said they can't hear. They can't hear. So can you hear me? Actually, I don't know if anybody can hear me. Can anybody hear me? Mr. Give Best, can you hear me? Okay, everybody can. So, Mr. Give Best, I don't know if you can hear me. People can, people can't hear you. Okay, Godwin is saying he can hear me, but we can't hear Mr. Give Best Junior. Hello, Mr. Give Best, can you hear me? We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Something's wrong. Sorry, very sorry for the break in this transmission. I'm trying to reach out to him. Hello, we can't still hear you. We can't hear you still.
Hello, guys. I apologize for all of that. I guess it was just something a glitch somewhere. I
Okay, great.
apologize.
We can hear you now.
I don't know. I had to restart my system. I don't know where that was
Okay.
coming from.
All right, great. We can hear you now. You can go ahead, sir.
All right. So, guys, thank you so much. I apologize for that break in transmission. That's very unlike me. It's just these tools, you can't really trust them. So I want to say thank you so much, Madikaya, for having me once again on this platform, sharing from my wealth of experience. Thank you so much. And I really want to appreciate everyone for joining on this stream. And for everyone who is still connected, thank you so much. Don't forget that this evening you can give someone a gift. You can give them the gift of sharing the link. You know how you got here, you have the link. And if you don't have the link there, you can also copy it from YouTube and then share it with everyone. Share with what we're going to be doing this evening is very vital. If your friends, if your family members, if your circle members, they are going to be relevant in 2023, 2024, 2025, in the next decade. What we're going to be sharing here is going to be very them. So please join us to share the link and let's get it started. So tonight I'm going to be talking about the future of works. I'm going to be talking about digital skills in the future of works. Now, one thing, I had a session with my inner circle members a couple of days ago, and one thing I was trying to mention to them was the fact that a lot of things is happening right now in the world, everywhere, since the pandemic. A lot of it changes that happened in this decade that we're in was entirely fast tracked by the pandemic. A lot of things that we were not so prepared for, a lot of things people were not even ready for. Nobody saw it coming. It just came into the workplace, to everyone, in services, in product, in influencing, social media, everything. There was a total overhaul of everything. So, but that was just what happened. And very small number of people were able to benefit from all of that instant changes, while other people were left holding the bag. But you have to understand that the difference between the people who are able to benefit from the things happening in the world and from the things that are going to happen is the information they have access to. The information they have access to. So this night, we're going to be talking about how you can position yourself so that the circumstance, because it might have been an unexpected event for most people, a lot of people, but it was not an unexpected event for the minority of people who were able to benefit from that instant occurrence. So we're going to be talking about that today. And this time I'm going to be sharing a slide with everyone here. So the reason I want to share this slide is so you can have it an overall of everything we're going to be talking about, and you can easily follow me through in this conversation. So I'm just going to be having a slide where you need to write. You can write it down. Where you need to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot. Where you need to, whatever you're doing to that, you can do that. So I'm going to be sharing my slide now. Just give me a moment. Yeah, that's it. All right. So I'm up on the screen, so you can just see the slide and where we are having the conversation from today. So I'm going to be talking about digital skill, preparing for the future of the new economy. How do you prepare for the new economy? How do you prepare for whatever your job is, whatever sphere of influence you are operating at? How do you prepare for the changes that are happening in that industry and the changes that are going to happen in that industry? That's what we're going to be looking about today. So there's a small group of people who can do the math that is happening. Like I was saying, there's a small group of people who can do the math of what is going on. But the majority, is divided into 80. 80 is the majority, 20 the minority. And the minority controls what the 80%, the majority sees, what they hear, what they eat, what they consume, because the 20% is the minority that produces for the majority. So the decisions that are made by the minority is what actually governs the life of the majority. Nobody was born, a handful of people were to the minority group, and a whole lot of others were able to work their way into the minority group. But there is a small group of people who can do the math of what is going on. There's an even smaller number of people who can explain what is going on. Not everybody who knows what is going on can explain it. When COVID-19 came, a lot of people were saying that it's the Antichrist, it's Bill Gates, is this, they want to put a chip in your hands, is this. A lot of people were saying a lot of things. But a very few number of people can actually explain with accuracy what is going on, what was going on at that point in time. Even at the times that we're in today, a lot of companies laying off their workers, a lot of people declaring bankruptcy, a lot of countries raising the inflation rate. Very few number of people can actually tell what is going on, right? But those who can explain, who know what is going on and can explain it, they become the minority. So your strategy today should be not just to know what is going on, but being able to interpret what is going on, because that's where you're profiting in. The Bible says the children of Issachar, they understood the times, not just understand and what Israel ought to do. They understood what was happening, but they knew the actions that needed to be taken
at that particular point in time. So you can understand why the financial market is going through the crisis that we're going through. You can understand why they are raising their inflation rate. You can understand why most companies they are laying off their workers. You can understand that, but that is not where profit is. The profit is in knowing what to do at this particular point in time. Like the children of Issachar, knowledge, information no longer enough. Just having information of what is going on, but you need wisdom. Wisdom, which is the application of the knowledge that you have about what is going on. So the question today is, which class do you belong to? And that's what we're going to be looking at today, how you can move from the majority to the minority class, understanding what is going on and how you can profit from all of that. So what's the reality of the times? The world is evolving faster than the majority can catch up with. Not everybody can catch up with the evolution that we're having, the innovations we're having, the changes in technology, changes in education, changes in politics, changes in business, changes in finances that we're having, and not everybody can catch up with that. All right, what is going on is not what on the news. It's not what is on the news that is actually going on. As a matter of fact, the news is not news. Because if it was news, it wouldn't be on the television. It is only a news when a lot of people don't know it. But what we hear on the television is already an edited story of what is going on, an edited story of what they want you to perceive, what they want to assume is actually going on. So what is on the media is not what is going on. What is on social media is not what is going on. By the time what is going on gets on social media, by the time what is going on gets on television, something else is already happening. That is no longer news. So you must understand that. So that means that your fact finding, your businesses, your idea generation, the things that you do must not be governed by those things that are already public, because those things that are already public are no longer the things that are current. So you must understand that the record of what is happening and what will happen is hidden in repeated history. History is friendly to those who are ready to study it. History is friendly to everyone who is so certain, who is so articulate enough to study how history has. You know what the Bible says, Ecclesiastes? It said, there is nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the face of the earth. Everything we are experiencing right now has happened in human history before. So, but it is not everybody that has access to that information. It is not everybody that understands that. So that is where your advantage is in understanding that everything that is going on today. When the third industrial revolution was happening, a lot of people lost their jobs. They didn't know what was happening. It took them unaware. When the fourth industrial revolution, when we entered the dot-com bubble and all of that, a lot of people lost their jobs because they didn't see it coming. But if they have studied history, that at certain point in human existence, there are going to be innovations that disrupt the existing order of things. If they understood that, they would be able to prepare, be able to strategize, they would be able to skill themselves to be relevant in the times. So what information, what knowledge does to you is it helps you to prepare for the things that are going to happen even before they happen. So you must understand, history is always repeated, but those who are able to unravel it, to understand what to do in the times. Now today, the majority of the people who are listening to me right now, you are probably listening to me from third world Africa. All right. Okay, just hold on. Let me know you can hear me. Comment. Let me know you can hear me, so I know I'm not here alone. Let me know you can hear me, because for a moment there I just got caught up in the whole conversation. Can you guys hear me, see my screen and all of that?
Yes, we can. Although your voice is breaking a bit, but we can hear you clearly.
All right, thank you so much. I just wanted to show that I was talking to people. All right, so I was talking about most of the people who are listening to me today, chances are you're listening from third world Africa. You're in Nigeria, you are in Ghana, you are in Cameroon, you're in South Africa, wherever you are, chances are you're in third world Africa. And by now, you probably already know what's called third world Africa. If you don't know it, you can Google it. What are third world nations? All right. So, but being born an African behind the third world fence is the first advantage of your existence. A lot of people don't understand this, and that is why they spend all their life struggling. They spend all their life moving from one job to the other. They spend all their life trying to blame the government, trying to blame society, trying to blame God. Even some people go as far as blaming God for their misfortunes. But the reason most people suffer all through their lives, most people have to move from one job to the other, trying to live from hand to mouth and doing all sort of things, is because they don't understand that you are not living on the same pedestal with someone who is born in a first world nation. You are not living with the same privileges with someone who is born in the United States. You don't have the same privileges as someone who is born in Canada. You don't have the same privileges as someone who is born in the United Nations. So just because you were born behind the third world fence in Nigeria, in Cameroon, in Ghana, in South Africa, wherever you are, third world nations, wherever you are already living disadvantage, which means that you are probably never to be able to catch up with the evolving innovations except you know realities. And that's what we're going to be talking about today: how you define your realities, how you can give yourself the advantage, how you can give yourself the edge. Because if you never get to the point where you are able to redefine your reality, you will never be able to participate in global conversations. The goal, the idea is to be able to participate in global conversations, because that is only when you are relevant. You know, someone was speaking, he said you only say you are a millionaire when you can cross over to certain countries, certain continents, and you still remain a millionaire. But the truth is, if you're a millionaire in Naira and you go to the United States, you are not a millionaire, right? But you are only a millionaire when you are able to move from Nigeria to United States and your money is still in millions, convert your money to dollars, it's still in millions, convert it to pounds, it's still in millions. That's when you can say that you are a millionaire. So you can only say that you have influence when your influence has become less, when your voice is relevant in global conversations, when your ideologies, when your philosophies are studied globally, are listened to globally, is paid attention to by global audience. That is when you can say that you're relevant. So you must understand that you're born in Africa behind the third world fence, and that is your first disadvantage. And you will always be late to the party. When they say that, okay, there's a new technology in town, when everybody was talking about the metaverse, you as an African, you are not part of that conversation. The only thing you can talk about is the fact that it's interesting. You can make research, you can do all of that, but you don't have the infrastructures in this country to be able to explore that. You don't have the same privileges. We are just talking about 5G now, when a lot of countries have been enjoying that for decades, right? So you have to understand that your disadvantage makes you late to the party. But why we're here today is for you to be able to redefine your realities. Whether you're a writer, whether you're a speaker, whether you are a coach, whatever you do, you're a programmer, you're a designer, you're a graphics artist, whatever you're doing, how can you redefine your realities? Maybe you are an employee. How can you redefine your realities that you in the future future of work? So the first thing is, one of the popular things people say is, I'm not a techie, right? I'm not a techie. I don't know how to do all these things, you know. But that was a valid thing to say if you were living in 1980. If you were living in 1960, that was a valid thing to say, saying that you're not a techie, saying that you don't know how to use computers, saying that you don't know how to get online and make money online. Those were valid things to say if you were living in the 1980s, right? But the time we're living in right now, it is no longer a time for you to say that, okay, digital skill is a plus. No, it's not a plus anymore. It is an oxygen tank. It's a life support. It is an essential tool for remaining relevant. If you are going to be relevant, you know, I made the research and I discovered that 80% of the jobs that we have now are not going to exist in the next 10 years. Not because artificial intelligence is going to virtually replace all, but because a lot of them are going to be automated. A lot of them are going to be automated. Most people who are copywriters today, you already know that you have a website that you can just put a topic and you get an entire content for that topic. So you already know that a lot of jobs that we have now is not going to be relevant in 10 years' time. So you have to understand that having a digital skill, having a technological skill is no longer a plus to your CV. You know, there were gone are those days where people will do their CV and then put it that, okay, I'm proficient in Microsoft Word. No, that's not even part of your CV anymore. That is an essential requirement for you to be hired for any job at this particular point in human evolution. So you must understand that now your existence, your relevance is dependent on having a digital skill, being relevant online, being relevant technologically, whatever you do. Maybe you're a fashion designer, maybe you sell groceries, maybe you sell a lot of things that are not supposed to be technologically compliant in the previous generation. But you must understand that in this generation that we're in these times, it is an essential requirement for you to maintain your relevance. So you cannot ignore it. If you ignore it, you will pay for it by having to pay other people who have those skills to do the job for you. Now, if you didn't listen when they told you to learn web designing, now you are going to have to pay a web designer to be able to get a website for your business, right? If you didn't listen when they were talking about graphics, how to do graphics for your work, how to create content for what you do, if you didn't listen when they were telling you that, now you have to pay someone, because creating content has become an essential for every business. So you must understand that gone are the days where I'm not a techie and all of that. So you must understand. Now, the new economy is a borderless planet. The new economy that we're living in, remember I said I was going to talk about what is a new economy. And so now, the new economy is a borderless planet, right? Now, before, you needed a visa to get to the United States. Before, if I wanted to sell a product in the United States, I needed a visa. I have to travel. Now, before, if you needed to import goods from China, you have to go to China, you have to get the product, then you have to put it on the ship, then you have to get all of the logistics and all of that to get it back to Nigeria. You don't have that in this time, because now you can sit in your room, order a product from China, and it gets drop shipped to you wherever you are, sent to you wherever you are. So now we are living in a borderless planet that you do not require your physical existence, your physical location to limit your relevance. You do not require your physical limitations cannot or should not limit your relevance, because we are in a borderless economy. We are in a borderless planet. So you must understand that in this borderless planet, we have creators and we have consumers. We have those who are creating a product, those who are creating a service, those who are creating a software, those who are creating an experience for people. Now we have those people, and then we have people who are consumers. And you already know that if you're in third world Africa, you are primarily a consumer, right? Find your realities, like I said. So let's understand that we are in this economy of creators. So to survive, you have to become a creator, right? Using the platform is no longer enough. Using the platform for putting up your bio, for putting up your pictures, putting up your when you went to party and all of that is not the most important thing. You must understand how to become a platform yourself in these changing times. You must understand that. Now, I'm going to run through all of this so that we'll get to the main point of this conversation. So redefine who you are and master your identity. Unlearn everything you know and relearn relevant lessons and skills. Now, I'm going to talk about how do you position for this before we go to the skills that you require for this time. How do you position for the future of works? How do you position for it? Number one, technology is not the enemy. Please, I want to write this down. Technology is not enemy. Technology is not antichrist, right? I have Christians here. I have people of faith here. But technology is not antichrist. If the antichrist is going to come, there's a way to, and you will know that this is the antichrist. As a matter of fact, you probably may not be here, right? But technology is not antichrist. There was a time a lot of people didn't want to get on television. They said television was immoral. There was a time a lot of people didn't want to get on billboards. They said billboards was immoral. Jesus was baptized himself. But now, religious organizations, people of faith, are fighting for just a slot on popular stations because they didn't understand that technology is only a tool. It's part of human existence. You can't rule that out. You can't. It's like trying to rule machines. Because at the point, there was a point of existence where people had to work with their hands. But then there was the revolution, industrial revolution, and then people had to use machines and all of that to do their work. So that is the same way you must see technology. Technology is merely a part of our existence that has come to stay. And it's not going to go away. It's only going to get more complicated, sophisticated, and it's going to keep increasing. So you must understand that the earlier you get a grasp of this, the earlier you are able to craft a niche for yourself, the earlier you are able to make yourself relevant technologically, make your business relevant technologically, the earlier you would remain relevant. So you must understand that you must embrace technology as an ally of the realities you desire. The world in previous industrial revolutions were built on several factors, but the fourth industrial revolution was built on technology. Everything you see. Now we even have 3D printers that print food. Yes, I saw it. They print food. They print clothes. So now we don't really, you can say that if you're into fashion designing, you can get 3D printers that can print clothes. All of that. So everything is changing. It's technology is affecting everything. The essence of our existence is affecting everything. So even reproduction now, they can make babies without needing a mother to carry the baby. They can make babies now, artificial babies, and program them to behave in certain ways. Technology is affecting every area of our existence. So you must understand that number two, ignorance will be your greatest undoing. If you ignore the science, you will wake up one day and discover that your business is irrelevant. For instance, Instagram just added a tool, scheduling posts, to their platform, and then an entire business model of someone was disrupted. So you must understand that the world is continually changing. Technology is changing everything. There's new innovations every day. Your job is to stay relevant. Now look at this chart that I have here. If you can see this chart, look at recently it has been on a lot of companies, Twitter, Amazon now planning to lay off a lot of people. A lot of companies all over the world are laying off their staff, right? A lot of people are losing their jobs, and it's not going to get better. It's not going to get better. We're going to have more people who are losing their jobs, especially in 2023. A lot of people are going to lose their job. Yes. So if you're working somewhere, if you're an employee somewhere, you must understand that in 2023, you may be unemployed. So you have to understand, and it's not because your boss is wicked. It's not because these companies are wicked or what. They just have a better way. For instance, if for banks that I heard are trying to incorporate virtual assistants now, that you don't even need to do a customer desk to solve most of the issues that you have with your banking, with your bankers. So now trying to create virtual assistants. So that means that if there were 1 million people who are employed in customer service in the banking industry, that means in 2023, half of those people are going to lose their jobs. So you have to understand that this is going on. This is real, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. A lot of people who are previously employed, who had a certain skill, are going to lose their jobs due to the changing innovations. Now, what are the new economy adaptations? How do you adapt to the new economy, right? That is what we're going to be looking at today. How do you adapt to the new economy? Number one, creative work is now remote and online, meaning everyone now has access to the same job prospects. There was a day I went on Fiverr. I wanted to check out how the platform works. I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and I think I needed a freelancer for something I wanted to do. So I went on Fiverr. Now, when you put out a copy on the Fiverr that you're looking for someone to do something for you, you are going to see people from different countries, people from different cities applying, bidding for that particular project. You must understand that in this technological advancement, a lot of creative work are getting remote. Now, it's so absurd. If you want to employ a creative for your business, you are inputting the fact that they have to show up to work 9 to 5 days a week. It's absurd, because if they can do what they can do from wherever they are, why not? I work for several companies that I've never met the founders. I work for them. I've never met the people who I don't even know what the building of the company looks like. But then I work with them remotely from my room here in Ogun State. So you have to understand that a lot of creative works are now remote, and a lot of people, you now have competitions, not just in reason you have to adapt to the new economy. You now have competitions, not just in Nigeria. You have people bidding for the same project with you in Germany. Now you can come online and say, my network is affecting me. My data is affecting me. But then there's someone in China, there's someone in Germany, there's someone in Ukraine, there's someone in the United States who is bidding for that same project you're bidding for, who does not have the limitations that you have, who does not have the setbacks that you have. They are bidding the same project you are bidding for. So you must understand this is the reality of things. Creative works are now online, meaning everyone have the same job prospect. Number two, creatives are now generating passive income from intellectual work. I have courses that I put out. People buy it. People I've never met. People I will never meet before throughout our existence. I may never meet them. They buy my course, right? You probably listening to me, you probably bought a course, right? Now you've never met, some of you've never met the author of that course. So you must understand that creative works are not generating passive income. So in this time, is a time where you have to sit and you submit your CV here, submit your CV here, you can create an intellectual property that brings a passive income for you. That is the future that we're heading into. And it's just starting, right? You are not too late. If you've not started in this time, you are not too late. Number three, massive automation of jobs. A lot of jobs are going to, before, a lot of companies will look for graphics designers to work with them, come to the office, create copies for them, create acts for them, and all of that. Now they don't need that. If you need a graphics designer, just go on Instagram, type graphics. You see a lot of people's usernames drop down for you. Pick anyone, go to their profile, the one you like, just pick one, get them to do the job. Or if you can use the freelancing platform, you can go there, get the job done. And it's no longer a question of please submit your CV and all of that. No, a lot of things are automated. A lot of things, now you can have artificial intelligence that can create graphics for you, create photos for you, create animations for you, and all of that. So now people who had their skill in that area, they've lost their jobs to artificial intelligence. So you must understand that in these changing times, a lot of jobs are going to be automated, and it is going to continually to be automated. Whatever you do, maybe you are a content creator, you are an author. Now we have platforms that helps you convert your audios to text, and then you convert them to books. So what happens to publishing companies, right? So you have to understand that. Now, number four is your online presence is now your CV. A couple of weeks back, it was trending how that a guy he applied for a bank job, and when he got to the interview section, the HR came and showed him a comment he made on Twitter a couple of years ago, bashing the company. And then that was when he knew that he can never get that job. So you have to understand that in the future of things, leveraging your social media platform is no longer something of I'm not a social media person. No, if you want to be relevant, you must be. If you want to continue to push add value, if you want to continue to be relevant in the marketplace, you must see your online presence, your LinkedIn page, your Instagram page, your Facebook page, your Twitter handles. You must see them as your CV in this time. There are a lot of companies before they will employ you. They may not tell you. They may not tell you that we want to do a background check on you. They may not tell you. They may not tell you. But one thing is certain, they will go and check it out. They want to know the ideologies you stand for. They want to know what you've done. They want to know your experience. They don't want to know your indulgence, what you can indulge in. If you are the kind of person who party, turn the entire place upside down and all of that. They want to know all that detail. And they're not going to ask you to take your handle. They're going to, now companies are asking people to put on their CV, their social media handles. You have to understand that this is the direction things are heading towards. Now, how do you thrive in this economy? I'm going to talk about the skill shortly with the little time that I have left. So how do you thrive? Number one, you must understand that the illiterate of the 21st century cannot read and write. It is no longer people who cannot read and write. Then it was if you cannot read, you cannot write, then you were considered an illiterate. But that is not the case in this time. The people who are considered illiterate now are those people who cannot learn, cannot unlearn what they've learned, and who cannot learn what they need for the furtherance of their destiny. Unlearn means everything you probably was taught when you were growing up is probably not the way the world works. Everything you learned in school is probably not the way the world works, depending on the school that you went to. Maybe you are a student of the school of the poor or a student of the school of the rich, depending on the information you had while you were in school. And by school, I'm talking about the institution. So you must understand that the illiterate is no longer someone who cannot read and write, but someone who cannot unlearn what they learned. In school, you learned about how politics is, how to do politics, democracy, and all of that. But then you come out, you experience the outside world, you discover that democracy in school, in books, is not the same democracy that is practiced in real life. So it is now your responsibility to unlearn everything you previously learned about that subject, everything you previously knew about money. They told you that in order for you to be wealthy, you have to save. Now you've come to understand that wealthy people don't get wealthy by saving in their colo box. You now understand that. So you have to unlearn everything you learned concerning money. You have to unlearn everything you learned concerning business. You have to unlearn everything you learned concerning relationships. They told you that if you want to get married, you must marry someone from your dialect, someone from your locality. Now that was how you were brought up. But now you have to relearn understanding that marriage is a function of partnership. So now you know that, and now understand the people who are relevant for the person who is relevant for your future, who you need to partner with to bet the future that you've been tasked with betting. So you understand that. So you will learn everything that you know about relationship. So now for you not to be an illiterate in this new economy, you have to have the ability to unlearn, relearn, and to even learn. Learning is now mandatory in the new economy. Number two is you must leverage the currency of the new economy. The currency of the new economy is not dollars. It's not USDT. It's not Naira. It's not Euro. It's not that. When we talk about the new economy, you must understand that the currency is information and attention. When you're on Instagram is popping out notifications to you. For those people who have seen the Social Dilemma, you already know it's a documentary I will recommend for you. It's on Netflix. The Social Dilemma. Just give me a moment. Let me take. I think mine is getting rusty. Right. So you must understand that if you've seen the Social Dilemma, you understand how that all the tech companies, what they are trying to do is to get your attention for as long as they can get it. Yes, that's what TikTok does. That's what Instagram is doing. That's what Facebook is. That's what Twitter is doing. That's why you get notifications. That's why when someone is typing on WhatsApp, you see that the person is typing, so you don't leave. They want to keep you there on the platform because that your attention is what converts to money. You must understand that in this new economy, what you're working for is information and attention and not the dollar. The dollar is only a product of the information you push out and how much attention you have. The dollar you have in your account that you get from your experiences online, the things you do online, is only a function of these two currencies. So you must understand that. Then number three is you must master the skills of the new economy. And we're going to talk about that shortly. Now, in the new economy, there are things that you need. Everyone listening to me, write down. These 5 things, you need them actively in your life. Now, 1, you need a skill, a digital skill that is relevant. You need a skill, a digital skill that is relevant. Number 2, you need passion. You need passion for a particular area of life. Passion is what keeps you going when you face obstacles. Even though passion may not be enough to put money on your table, but passion is part of the things that keeps you going when there are obstacles in your path. So to be able to thrive in this new economy, you need passion. Number 3, you need connections. There are doors in this new economy that will never open for you if you don't know the right people. Me saying that you need to know someone in politics like they taught in primary school. they taught you is about who you know, not about what you know. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the number of people that you are able to collaborate, to partner with, the people you are able to network with. Why do you think successful people, they go to for events? Why do you think that? Why do you think they spend thousands of dollars to go for an event in Canada, go for an event in Switzerland? It is because of the network that they are going to be able to build from just that event. Association is a powerful tool in the new economy. So the people you are associated with, the people that you have privilege with, you have access to, the people you have a network with. Imagine, how am I here on this platform? If I was not able to leverage, or there was no connection between me and Mordecai, I would not be here on this platform. So you must understand, most probably some people hearing me now, you've never heard me speak before, you don't even know about me, but just merely being on this platform creates an awareness of my presence in your heart, in your mind. So probably you're going to go to Instagram, check out, okay, who is this guy? Go on YouTube, check out BestJnr and all of that. So now my influence and relevance is increasing because of the connection and the network that I have with Mordecai and being able to show up here. So you must understand that you need connections. Number 4, you need expertise. You need expertise. You need to be an expert in something. I'm going to talk about that extensively as we proceed in a couple of minutes. Then number 5, you need experiences. You need experiences, and you need to be able to document your experiences. So what must you learn in the new economy? Number 1, you have to retrain yourself. Whatever school you went to, there's a school of the poor, the school of the rich. The poor are taught in a certain way in their school, while the rich are taught in a certain way in their school. You have to retrain yourself. You have to position yourself as an expert, like I just said. You have to know how to sell yourself as a business. It's not a time where you tell people that, okay, I'm a graphics designer. No. It's no longer a time where you tell people, okay, I speak, I'm a speaker, I'm a motivational. No, it is a time for you to brand yourself as a business, brand yourself as a consultant, brand yourself as an expert. This will make you relevant in the new economy. How you have to learn how to make people pay attention to you, not just to pay you dollar. You need them to pay attention, and that attention is going to convert to dollars. So you have to understand that. And then number 5, to learn how to build scalable systems. I'm going to talk about all of that shortly. Now look at this. There's a difference between soft skill and hard skill. I'm not going to talk about that. You can Google that. But what is probably not there on Google, you can get the definition of soft skill, hard skill of the new economy. You can get all of that. Now, but what are the relevant soft skills that everybody needs in this time? Remember, we are talking about the skill that you need in the new economy. What are the relevant skills? Number 1, creativity and critical thinking. You must not be part of that majority that operates their life by the information they get on social media. You must not be part of that majority that everything they do is governed by the information that is out there. You need the ability to think more than what is, because what is happening, what is actually happening is more than the eyes can see, is more than is being projected, because they understand that perception is reality to some people. So they will project a certain candidate to you and tell you that, okay, there has no issue, is this, and then you buy into that without understanding that this is them giving you the option to pick from. So you must understand that in the new economy, you need the ability to think critically. You need the ability to dissect situations, the ability to dissect circumstances. You need the ability to look at things, and you are able to come with proper reasons why those things are. So you need critical thinking, you need creativity. Creativity is no longer a skill for people in programmers. It's no longer a skill for designers. It is a skill that you must have. Being able to reinvent yourself, being able to reinvent your processes, your services, your skill. You need that. Number 2, you need collaboration and partnerships. I talked about that in connections. You need to be able to collaborate with people. You need to be able to partner with people. You need to be able to identify the people who are doing what you ought to be doing or where you want to be. Identify them, collaborate with them, partner with them. That is one way that is a skill that you need in this time. All right. Number 3, you need time management skill and focus. Focus is essential, right? Because when you get on social media, if you don't know what you're doing there, you can spend all your day there on social. So you have to understand that there are a lot of distractions that are trying to get your attention. There are a lot of things trying to distract you. There are a lot of things trying to get you off track, trying to get you out of your path, trying to get your destiny. But you must guard your path jealously. You must guard it. And to that, you need the ability to manage your time effectively. And you need the ability to focus on a particular task and accomplish it. So you need that. Number 4, networking. You need to be able to network with people. How do you do that? Attend events, go for webinars, register for seminars, register for inner circles, for programs, go for physical events, collaborate, network with people. That is a skill that you need to be. Because if you have 100 audience and then you're able to network with someone that has 500 audience, and then the person brings you on the part of the value, part of the that you can provide, the person brings you on their platform, and then you are able to share to 500 audience. Chances are by the time you're done sharing to 500 audience, your personal audience is going to increase from 100 to 200. So you need to understand that that is a skill that you need in this time. Then you need emotional intelligence. You're going to be working with people. You need how to handle people. You need to know how to relate with people effectively. And then you need adaptability to changes and innovation. Do not be stereotypes. You need to be able to change. You need to be able to reinvent yourself, reinvent your product, reinvent your services. There's a change in algorithm on Instagram, and before you used to post pictures. Now Instagram moved from pictures to reels. You need to understand that if you're a content creator, if you own a product, you own a service on that platform, you need to be able to adapt to that changes. Right. Number 7, you need leadership skill and persuasion. The reason you need persuasion is because you already understand that attention is the currency of the new economy, and to be able to get people's attention, you need to be persuasive. That's why you are still here. That's why you've not gone out, because you are being persuaded by what I'm saying. So you have to understand that persuasion and leadership is not based on title. It's not based on position. It is a function of you being able to lead certain people to accomplish certain tasks, maximizing their skills, maximizing their realities to accomplish certain tasks, maybe personal, right? So you have to understand that leadership skill is a skill that you need in the new economy. And then you need persuasion. Then number 8, you need digital literacy. Do not be an illiterate in digital economy. Go on Google. You have YouTube. Google, you have Pluralsight, you have Udemy, you have Coursera, all these platforms putting out courses, putting out information, putting out everything you need to know is online. Go out there for the information you need and then leverage on that information. So what are the hard skills for the new economy? No code mastery is number 1. When I talk about no code mastery, I'm talking about being able to do things that needed programming in the previous decade for you to do now. You don't need programming to do that. Now you can go on Wix.com website without even writing a single line of code. You can go on WordPress, create a personal website without writing a line of code. You can go on several platforms, do a lot of things, open your blog. As I'm talking now, you can go on Wix, open a blog right now, and your blog is live without you having to pay any web designer, without you having to pay anyone. So you need to be able to master those no-code skills. No-code skill, because that is the future of works. That is the future. You need to be able to master that. Number 2, advertising. You need to be able to advertise a product, because that is the only way you are going to get your product to be in the presence of the right audience. You need to be able to advertise. It's essential for your relevance. Number 3, digital marketing. Digital marketing. You need to be able to sell your product online. You're a course creator. You're an author. For instance, everyone listening to me now, I have Cynthia here. Cynthia is a member of my inner circle. Cynthia has written a book, right? She needs to be able to market the book that she has written. So you have to understand, and how is she going to, she's not going to carry a book store, okay, this is my new book, this. No, she needs to be able to manage, to leverage on the digital platforms to market her product. If not, she's going to have the product there without customers. You need that. Then number 4, you need content creation and distribution skills. You need to be able to create content and distribute that content. You need all of that. Then you need public speaking. Do you know that it was done and it was discovered that most people would prefer to be dead than for them to appear publicly to speak? Because the fear of public speaking is ranked higher than the fear of death. Yes, that's true. You can Google it. So you must understand that public speaking is a skill that you need in the new economy. You need that skill. You need to be able to stand in the front of an audience, thousands of people, hundreds of people, and talk about your ideology, talk about your power, your skill, talk about the things that you can do, talk about your relevance. Because the world does not care for you as an individual. You have to make the world care. And one of the ways you can make the world care about your existence, I pushed out on my Instagram page a couple of days ago that the world doesn't care about your individual existence. The world does not care. If you die now, if I die now, everyone listening to me, if you die now, the world is going to go on. Everything is going to continue the way it's supposed to be. So your contribution ends, but the world goes on. So you must understand how to make the world care for your care that you have a relevance. And one of the ways you can do that is through speaking. You can get a podcast. You can go on YouTube, practice with your Instagram, create a community where you are able to develop this gift and this skill. Whoa. So I'm just going to conclude on this part. I think my generator, my power just went out. So I'm going to fix that, all right? So now you need email marketing. You need the ability to also research. Guys, hope you can still hear me. Hope you can still hear me. Ability to research. You need marketing skills, and you need the ability to master the different platforms that we have. Thank you so much, Madikaya, for having me. I just wanted to run this so I could meet with the time that I was given. I am not the kind of people who use this more than the time they are given. They said if you want to be invited next time, you have to use the time that you were given. So thank you so much, Madikaya, for having me on this. And I hope that you were able to get some lessons from this, even though it's not even though I didn't get to cover all most of the things I wanted to cover, because I actually timed my slide to be able to hit this in 1 hour. So that was why I did all of this. So thank you so much, Things on Purpose International. Thank you so much. It's a privilege to be here.
Great. If you really gain value from this session, can you just put fire emoji in the comment section and appreciate our speaker, BestJnr? Like, I was just wow throughout his speak. I don't feel like he stop. Actually, I don't feel like he stop. Wow, this is great. This is inspiring. If you've gained something this evening, just drop it in the comment section. Just put the fire emoji and appreciate our speaker for tonight. Like, he has shared a lot of insights. There are many things that I don't even know much about, but I've been more enlightened now from just these few minutes he had to speak. Wow. If you've gained value, if you've gotten value this evening, just put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section. Wow. Say I've gained value, I've gotten value this evening. You've learned how you can. Great. Onamdi said, awesome insight. Yeah, great insight. Moses said, thank you so much, sir. It's really great. We really appreciate, sir. Mr. BestJnr. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you so much for having
me.
You
were really loaded. Like, I don't feel like you stop, actually, to be sincere. I feel you just keep talking and gaining, because this so much. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation. I do not take this for granted. And I can see the preparation you put into this. It was Cynthia that was mentioning that, see the slides, like, so powerful. Thanks so much, sir. I really appreciate it. More insight, more wisdom, more knowledge, more understanding in Jesus' name. God bless you, sir. So I can see we all gained something this evening. Okay, Abisola is saying, thanks so much, sir. This session is loaded for real, very loaded. Thank you so much, sir. And beyond what you've had, the most important thing is to start applying what you've had. Yeah, it's not enough to just gain knowledge. The most important thing is to apply the knowledge you've learned this evening. So this video will be available, so you can always come back to watch the replay and learn more. And sometimes it's not about just what you hear, it's about what you caught. So make sure you listen to this again. I'm going to personally listen to it this night before I go to bed. I must really gain and glean things I can start applying to my life. So thanks so much, Sha. We really appreciate. Thank
Thank
you so
you for having me. Thank you
Yes,
for having me.
and in case you have, I know you have some resources, courses, and that you can links to them. So I'm going to get the link from you, and so I can put it on our group because we have majority of people on the group. So we can just share the link. So he has courses that you would like to take. You are sure to get them. His books, audio, video courses. So you can really gain more because you just touched on some few points here. I'm sure there are more to what he has said. So to
Yeah.
learn from him, you can I'll get the links to those courses and how you can connect with him online. I'm following him online, and every time he shares different insights, both video and just check his social media. Just go to Instagram, give Best Junior, and check what he's doing there. Like so once again, thank you, sir, and God bless you. So I'll be expecting those links so I can share with them on the group, or you can send to me on WhatsApp, sir. So thank you very
All
much,
right.
sir.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Yeah, thank you. All right, sir. Okay, I can see we all learned a lot from tonight's session, and I'm really inspired. I'm really inspired. It's great. So this is day three, and it was powerful. Day one, we learned about life skills. Day two, we learned about leadership skills, and day three, we learned about okay, yesterday we learned about leadership skills, and today we learned about digital skills, how to prepare for the future of work in the digital economy. Wow. I don't know if you can feel what is in my heart now. It's actually burning. I'm ready to go through this again and look for how I can apply and start getting prepared. So that will be all for tonight. I'm sure you've been getting value so much for the past 3 days now. And tomorrow will be the grand finale, like the fourth day, the final day. And we'll be talking about entrepreneurship skills, how to start and build profitable business, how to start and build profitable business. And it's going to be an awesome time tomorrow. I don't want you to miss it. It's same time, 8 o'clock. The link to join will be shared on our WhatsApp group, so you can once it's shared, once we are live, just join in and don't miss this final day. So that'll be all for tonight. That'll be all for tonight. Louis, thanks for joining. Louis, thanks for joining. Uh, Cynthia, thanks for joining. Moses, thanks for joining. Abisola, thanks for joining. Unamdi, thanks for joining. Everyone who joined us this evening, I really appreciate your presence. Don't forget, invite someone for tomorrow. It's the last day, and I'm sure you won't remain the same after these 4 days of great insights. That'll be all for tonight. I am Mordecai once again, and your host for tonight, and see you tomorrow. Do have a great night. Bye bye.